Hello, good morning students and welcome back. In this video, we will discuss how to solve the questions which are form, note, table or a chart completion type. These questions are the most common questions that appear on the IELTS exam, and sometimes they can get trickier and difficult to solve. So in this video, we will discuss some of the tips that might be helpful in solving these questions. First of all, the questions will ask you obviously to complete a form, note, a table or a flowchart. You will have to fill the answers either from the audio, that is the recording, or from the options that will be given to you in the exam. These type of questions test the capability of the student to focus on the main points like factual information regarding the date, street name or numbers the person is listening to and to write them down. It is common for the exam to give multiple incorrect or nearly correct statements along with only one correct statement to confuse you. Usually, such questions come in section 1 and other sections as well and are very common. Now I want to highlight some important points before solving these questions. First of all, you must keep track of the recording. We will see how to do this in our further slides. You must be able to identify keywords. You must predict the answer. And you should not lose focus or order of the recording. Now we move on to some tips that can be helpful. Make sure you do not exceed the word limit. That is, you clearly read the instructions which says answer in 1 word or 2 words or 3 words and not more. The speech will be in the same order as the answer options. So the answer for question 6 will come before question 8. You must be able to keep track of the recording, as if you have not answered questions 6 and 7 and are hearing the recording for answer 8, you certainly missed them. Now do not panic and move to question 8. Make an educated guess at the end if possible for question 6 and 7. Now, how to keep track of the recording? This can be done by 2 methods. First of all, see if there are components or headings to the form table completion. The headings will define the content of the questions contained under it. By this, you can easily track the recording to the particular headings and can easily identify at which point the recording is playing. However, not every question will have a title. Identifying and understanding the heading will also give you the idea that what sort of information will be contained in the recording. The second method to keep tracking is by the means of keywords. When looking at the questions initially, make sure you understand and grasp the key information. You must identify the keywords, key phrases spanning each answer. This also becomes important as during the speech, if you miss an answer, you will know that you should stop looking for it and concentrate towards the next. For example, if you are listening to the keywords of question 10 and have not answered question 9, you have likely missed it. Usually, the answers are factual information as we discussed, like phone numbers, dates and times, city or street names, or building names. Hence, you can predict what type of answer you want and you must wait for it. Beware of synonyms and paraphrasing. The IELTS exam does test the capability of students to understand synonyms and different phrases. Beware of contrasting words. Example, however, but, despite, nevertheless, on the other hand, in spite of. Another option, cause, would be. Alternatively, these words change or correct a piece of information that was given before and usually precede the correct answer. If you have missed an answer, make an educated guess at the end, understanding the context of the sentence. You will not lose marks for the wrong answer and have the chances to get it right as well. You should write an article with or without a preposition when you are completing a sentence in a summary. Example, the shop is in the market. Obviously, you have to see how many words you can put. However, if it is a note completion, you might have to write only the name of the place. Example, place, market. 0 in a number is usually pronounced as O. So we have done some of the tips and now I want you to walk through some of the examples of the form completion type questions. So here I have included some questions from the Cambridge website and we will walk through some of these questions. Here you can see that this is section 1 and question 1 to 5 are actually note completion. Here you have some time to look at questions 1 to 5. Here in each question, we would like to predict the answer and we would like to highlight the keywords. So first of all, in question 1, we highlight express train as the keyword. Then nearest station for the question number 2. Then number 706 bus for question number 3. Then this must be a number of the bus that goes to station. And then question number 5, earlier bus. Now I would like you to predict what sort of answers we are getting. So question number 1 says express train leaves at. This must be a time. So you must listen carefully for a time to be announced. The second question says that the nearest station is dash. Answer 2 must be the name of a station. In question number 3 says that number 706 bus goes to dash. This also must be the name of some place or a station or a street. Then come to question number 4. Question number 4 says that number dash bus goes to the station. So this must be a number of a bus. So you should carefully listen to the recording so that you can hear the number. Question number 5 says that earlier bus leaves at dash. This must be a time. And therefore you should carefully listen to the recording to get the answer right. Now we play the recording.
Good morning, Travel Link. How can I help you?
Good morning. I live in Bayswater and I'd like to get to Harbour City tomorrow before 11 a.m.
Well, to get to Bayswater...
No, I live in Bayswater. My destination is Harbour City.
Oh, sorry. Right, so that's Bayswater to Harbour City. Are you planning to travel by bus or train?
I don't mind really. Whichever option is faster, I suppose.
Well, if you catch a railway express, that'll get you there in under an hour. Let's see. Yes, if you can make the 9:30 a.m. express, I'd recommend you do that.
Great. Which station does that leave from?
Helendale is the nearest train station to you.
Did you say Helensvale?
No, Helendale. That's Helendale.
What's the best way to get to the Helendale station then?
Well, hang on a minute while I look into that. Now, it seems to me that you have two options. Option 1 would be to take the 706 bus from the Bayswater Shopping Centre to Central Street. When you get there, you transfer to another bus which will take you to the station. Or the second option, if you don't mind walking a couple of kilometres, is to go directly to Central Street and get straight on the bus going to the train station.
OK. Which bus is that?
The 792 will take you to the station.
I guess the walk will be good for me, so that might be the better option. What time do I catch the 792?
There are two buses that should get you to the station on time. One just before 9 o'clock and one just after. But look, at that time of the morning it might be better to take the earlier one, just in case there's a traffic jam or something. The 8:55 is probably safer than the 9:05.
Yeah, I don't want to miss the train, so I'll be sure to get on the 5 to 9 bus.
So you can see that we have written most of the answers and most of our predictions were correct. You cannot write more than 2 words and or a number for each answer. So you must be careful so that you do not write an extra word and get the answers wrong.